Hey guys and gals, this is Marcus here from MWX Performance. Today I'm gonna kind of go over some advanced tire prep stuff. Gonna kind of talk through it. You guys can feel free to messenger me or contact me on Facebook or wherever it's easy for you if you have um, more questions about it. And also I do provide these as a service, so if you just don't want to mess with the glue and that and whatnot, I can. I can glue true mount tires for you and send them to you. I do it quite frequently actually. Anyway, so we're going to talk about a few things before we get into actually um, the actual tire part. So there's a lot of different ways to do this. Like I always tell you guys, this is just my personal way, and I've had great success with it. Lately, I have gone to using the reflex wheels. I like them a lot. They're not expensive. They cut well. They sand well. The tires seem to stick really good with them. Um, so that's what I'm using now. So let's talk about the wheels for a second. So, up until recently, we've been using single lip, inside lip wheels, and now Reflex and PN are both using double lip wheels. There are pros and cons. Personally, and this is my personal opinion, I don't like the double lip on the fronts at all. For the rear, if I'm running like a treaded tire or a full height tire, they're great. But once you get down to around 23, 8, 7, 6 in that range, they start to do weird, funky stuff. So I don't like to use them in the back unless I'm running a full like super stock. I'll run it, no problem. If I'm running the PNKS radial rears, I will also run the double lip. But with the Marcas, especially the F1 converted ones, I definitely take the lip off. I'm actually going to show you guys how to cut those today. So that's kind of the thing on that. Everyone's got their own opinions. Everyone's got their own methods. Like I said, this is just my particular specific method that I use to do my own personal tires on my race cars. Okay, so first, a couple things. You're going to want to have some alcohol to clean your wheels and tires with before you start to glue them. This is my personal tool I use for gluing. I'm pretty sure Micro RC Syndicate has these in stock now. If they don't, they typically have them around. This is a great tool. It does make it a lot easier. Glue, that's another thing we can talk about. So, man, we have been using every single glue we can come up with to try to find out what's the best and what sticks the best. Lately, I have been loving this stuff. You can get it on Amazon. They also make a really good chemical for drying the CA a lot quicker. These are great stuff here. They actually have a new one out now, which is a flexible CA, and it's got even a different type of zapper for it as well. I have not tried this yet, so I'm not going to use it today until I'll try it before I go out to test next time out. But today I'm going to use what I've been using the past couple weeks, and I've had very little tires coming loose from using this stuff here. Okay, so first and foremost, one of the things you want to do, you actually want to wire or connect the battery to your truer backwards for these, at least for this first, for cutting the lips off and for cutting the wheels. Why? Because if you don't do that, your blade is going to be this way, and what happens is it wants to pull the truer up. And when that happens, it wants to move around and gets kind of sketchy. So by wiring it in reverse, connecting it backwards, it spins the opposite way, and you can actually use a blade this way and go down on it, and then it keeps the truer planted better, and then it just makes it a lot easier and a lot safer. And also, guys, make sure you're wearing glasses if you're going to use X-Acto knife. A cut's one thing, you can lose your eye if it goes the wrong way. Don't really play around with that. I've been in machine shops my entire life since I was 12, 13 years old. I've seen some pretty bad accidents. So, protect yourself as much as possible. Be super careful. And don't try this if you just don't think you can do it. It's just not worth it. Have someone else do it. So let me do them for you. I'm just showing you guys what I do when I do tires. All right, so first thing we're going to do today, we're going to trim. I've got an F1 tire here, and we've got the lip that obviously has to come off. So what we're going to do, another good thing about the double lip wheels I've discovered is that when you do that, when you use the double lip wheels to cut the wheel off the tire, it makes for a really, really nice cut. All right, so I've got it stuck on there. I'm going to put it on my truer. Make sure it's backed off so it's not hitting the drum. All right, so I'm basically gonna take my X-Acto knife. I usually take 2 hands and get my cut really precise the way I like it. All right, here we go. All right, so that one is done. Usually comes off easier. All right, and that's what it looks like when it comes off. You pull it completely off the wheel. Pretty cool. All right, we're gonna do another one. That one actually looks a little better. Okay, so now we have our tires cut. So now we need to cut the lips. I'm gonna do 4 of these. I'm gonna do 2 fronts and 2 rears. So the thing is like this, you know, you have a lip on the wheel, and what Christian has done, he's actually extended the width of the wheel to compensate for the lip. So when you cut the lip off, it ends up being the same exact width as a normal wheel. So we're going this way with it. We're not going this way with it. Okay, for that reason. So I'm basically gonna keep the truer wired backwards. Now, lip is cut off. I'm going to show you before I continue. I normally do this all in one step, but I want you guys to see it. This is what it looks like when it comes off. Just a little lip. Okay. Now that I have a lip off of there, one of the things you can do to make make your tire stick a lot better is to basically sand the surface. I use regular emery sticks or some sandpaper. It just depends on what I'm doing at the time. So I'm gonna basically take the wheel and the part that I cut off, I'm gonna sand that smooth. Across the whole surface on the inside. Basically, you're just scuffing it up a little bit. I use a little bit of, I think this is 80 grit. So when you're done, it looks like that. Scuff a little bit, right? And remember, we're gonna clean it with alcohol, so it'll clean up a little bit better. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other wheel while I'm here. I'm gonna do all 4 actually while I'm here. Get that out of the way. Okay, so right now all the wheels are I need some front tires, don't I? All the wheels are cut, sanded. So what's going to happen next, I'm going to, these are all your little rings and stuff there. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to clean them and clean the tires with the alcohol and a rag. So this really makes a pretty big difference with the glue sticking. You know, especially the tires. There's like a mold release on the tires from when they make the tires, so you definitely want to get that off of it. You can turn it inside out. That's actually a little easier. Turn the tire inside out and then just wipe it. It'll dry by the time you get ready to actually glue them. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, guys, this is gonna be the first part of there's gonna be 2 parts on the wheels and tires. The first part is going to be what we're seeing right now. I'm going to actually glue part of what you'll notice is that what I've done by cutting the tire on the double lip wheel, what I've done is creates a little valley right there. I don't know if you can see a little valley in there. So when I put glue in here, the glue sits in the valley and not on the sidewall. It makes it a lot easier for gluing whenever you get ready to, when you get this far. So that's actually what I wanted to do. All right, so that's we're gonna stop it right here for this part of the video. I'm gonna do another one right now. It's gonna go over the actual gluing and truing of it.